it was suggested recently that I do a small video to explain the different types of leather available on our notebooks, and I thought that was a really good idea. So here it is. Now, the first thing to say is that all of the leather that we use, it's the same leather, whether it be textured, tumbled or classic. It's all exactly the same leather. It's veg tanned, full grain Italian leather, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And we've used it for ever since William Hanna was created. And the classic leather, you know, is what most people will have in their notebooks. And we take the big skin of leather and we cut out the notebook blanks and then we make the notebooks. Gosh, it's really complicated, isn't it? Yes, so classic leather. And then last year, I think, I found that we were able to imprint texture into the leather. So as I say, exactly the same leather, but what we do, and here's a textured notebook, is that it's sort of pressed. So there's a big press with a pattern, and it presses into the leather, and it gives it a really tactile feel. And I started doing a small number of textured notebooks. So you got the classic, and then you got the textured, and they've been very popular. And then I actually found something else, which was again same leather, and this is the tumbled leather. So basically it's the same as the textured. They take the big press, they press the pattern into it, but because we do it on full skins, they're then able to take those skins and tumble them in what is effectively a very, very large tumble dryer. It's sort of like a big oak drum, I think it is, or it's certainly a big drum, that basically tumbles the skins round and it softens them up. So what you tend to find is that across the three leathers, you've got the classic, which is fairly firm, depending on the skin. There's all sorts of different variances, but it's sort of smooth and it's sort of fairly firm. You then have the textured leather, which is perhaps a touch firmer because of the pressure to imprint the pattern and the heat. It does make it slightly firmer and perhaps darkens it up slightly. So that would probably be the firmest of the notebooks. And then you have the tumbled leather, which is only available in whiskey at the moment, and probably will be for some time, to be perfectly honest. But this is even softer. I mean, it really is quite, it's sort of, whereas the texture has perhaps got more of a smoothness to it, this is much softer, more buttery. So we've got the three different types of leather available. And I just thought I'd show you in the Bordeaux and Petrol, well, Bordeaux anyway. So that's the Bordeaux, standard classic Bordeaux, very nice, and sort of very smooth, but still very tactile. And then we have the textured Bordeaux. So slightly different colour. I mean, obviously there are variations in skins anyway, so you might have a lighter skin or a darker skin, but the texturing process does seem to darken the leather a little. And so there's a textured Bordeaux and mustard. And then this, I just thought I'd show you. So this was one of my original textured notebooks. In fact, it was the prototype that I used for about 6 months before I decided that it was okay to use the textured leather. And you'll see that it's quite a bit darker, and that's just from everyday use. It's darkened up quite a bit, and it's sort of, yes, definitely got a patina, where the classic notebooks would have a patina as well, that builds up over time. The texture does too, and it darkens and it just feels particularly gorgeous. My personal notebook, that was my personal notebook. My current personal notebook is, it's a tumbled whiskey and kingfisher, and I'm loving that. I mean, I love all the notebooks we make, but this I've really been enjoying this one. It's just particularly tactile in the hand. And then we've just literally, probably just after I've done this video, there are some tumbled pocket notebooks. So this is the tumbled whiskey leather. So it's the been imprinted, big drum, tumble. and it just makes them really soft. And these are gorgeous. These are absolutely gorgeous. I was photographing them earlier, and I just keep finding myself rubbing them. So if yours comes with a little bit of rubbing on it, then that's probably me, and I do apologise in advance. So there you go. That's the difference between the 3 different leathers. We have the classic, we have the textured, and then we have the tumbled, which is only available in whiskey. And there we go. So I hope you find that useful in choosing the leather for your William Hanna notebook.